Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the channel, and we are on Volume 3 of the Trevor Henderson Monster Tier List. Brother, I've been waiting to do this the entire week, man, and yeah, we're back to another Yap session, and we're going over 4 more. This time, I forgot what we went over the last time. It's been 2 weeks since I've recorded a video. I regret that, because school and stuff. But yeah, let's get to it. First up, we got the bell ringer. Okay. Now I think I have an idea what this is. It's like a mini version of the siren head, but instead of like a little siren, it's a bell, and it probably lives in schools. Probably, and it eats kids. Okay, I'm getting way too into it, but yeah, let's get the lore out of this one. The bell ringer is a fungal and bony-like creature created by the. Okay, I'm not going over all of this like every single time. Appearance: the bell ringer depicts a human-like figure standing in a dimly lit room, where it originated is unknown. The entirety of the creature, except the arms, appears to be a mere skeleton held together by some sort of fully encompassing web-like material, possibly muscular tissue or mucus. Okay, so it's like a very amalgamated. Okay, I forgot what the word was. I'm sorry about that. The body is entirely comprised of uneven ribs down to the pelvis and is connected to a spinal cord and columns that appear to be smoothly bent in a zigzag line. You mean to tell me that this thing has scoliosis? Okay. Starting at the back of the torso, then at the front, then the back again. The creature's chest area has a large, deformed, and wide rib cage, getting smaller the further down you go. It has about 11 ribs on our left side. Okay, thanks for that. It's right, and it's 13 ribs on our right side. Okay, I'm having a stroke trying to read this, bro. Right side, it's left. The ribs on its side are longer than the left. Interestingly enough, due to the lack of skin, the creature's neck is actually composed of root-like bones, which protrude from the very top ribs. This, along with the spinal cord, helps support the head without requiring muscle mass. The creature does not actually possess any sort of tailbone or pelvic bone, and is instead connected directly to the femur bones, which have unnaturally large tips. This acts as a substitute for a pelvic bone. The legs themselves appear relatively normal and human-like from here, but they're also still covered in the strange cohesive substance that keeps the creature together. Okay, so what if we just burn it, bro? I mean, from what this is, it describes the things that are like holding it together as mucus. So what if we just burn it? Like, this is a relatively easy threat to get rid of, man. Strangely enough, the arms of this monster are connected to the lower parts of its chest, rather than the shoulders. They're... Yeah! Okay, I'm sorry. I did not mean to do that. They are also not actually connected to any of the other bones, instead being connected to the encompassing body material via another red substance, almost appearing to be glued on. They appear to be unnaturally short, even proportionally shorter than a human's, due to the shape of its arms. It is unlikely that they are able to bend at the elbows. The creature's hands are quite small, containing 3 thin yet sharp digits, as well as an opposable thumb. Okay, for real though, bro, this just sounds like a monster with scoliosis and a lot of deformity. And I say that with love. Okay, I'm joking. I'm not saying it with love. This thing is just an amalgamation, bro. And of course, it appears to not be made of any organic material. And these ads are going to destroy me, man. And instead being replaced with a typical bright red electric school bell, though it appears orange due to the lighting. The hammer of which it appears to protrude out of its neck, able to be moved like a joint. It does not appear to have any other components of an electric bell, though, likely to it being moved naturally. Okay, so it's just like a... Okay, I get it. Behavior. When hunting, they form packs, making it easier to attack. Although it may seem like the bell ringer is rather unintelligent, They are intelligent and use their bells to disorient their victims. Okay. The bell may possibly have a psychic effect, but this hasn't been confirmed. They also have the facility to camouflage, and for some reason, they primarily prey on children. I knew it, bro. I knew these guys hate children. Of course, they hate children. The only thing they want is to finish off and consume all the. No way. So this is just like a child predator. No Diddy, of course. Not that kind of child predator. It literally wants to eat them. Wow, that was a bad rap. It is said that they will not directly attack an adult unless it's trying to stop them from eating one of the children. What is up with this thing and children, man? They usually inhabit an abandoned schools. Okay, bro, but if you're like a little kid, like what's the standard of a children for this thing? What, 12 years old? I doubt that a 12-year-old is going into an abandoned school, bro. You have better things to do. Go do your homework, little Timmy. May also inhabit active schools. Ooh, as it would make more sense to devour more children. This guy. Every time, Brand. When it finds its prey, is it a mystery how the bell ringer eats? Victims might simply be absorbed by the bell ringer, or the ribs may reveal a hidden maw. It is so it opens up like Among Us style. That would be pretty dope. Or the ribs may reveal a hidden maw. It is still unclear how the bell ringer eats, however. Trivia. Bell ringer are one of the few creatures to be one of many of their kind, so it's just like a species kind of creature, so it has like multiple of them. Okay, they could possibly be a relative of Siren Head. I called it. Call me a fortune teller, bro. This has later been confirmed with Siren Head and bell ringers having the relation of velociraptors to their T-Rex. Trevor, did you watch Jurassic World by any chance? Like, did you actually? Brother. Okay, now I'm getting way too deep into it. Their physical form, as well as that many of other cryptids made by Trevor, is merely a physical representation of outside forces, meaning one would be decimated at the spot when encountered. Absolutely decimated. Okay, that word always gets me. So some final thoughts on it. So it's just a scoliosis monster. Like, that's literally what it is. It's a scoliosis monster with a lot of deformities, a lot of them. Okay, it was kind of funny though, but in all honesty, is it really that unique of a monster? Is it really that unique? Like, okay, I'll be honest with you. Like, it's cool that it has like that little thing that it's not necessarily like electric bell. It's like an electric bell. It's more like an organic thing, like. But brother, it's not really like it's not cool. I don't know what to describe it else. It's just not cool. Honestly, bro, it's just lame. I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. I'm sorry about that. Yeah, it's definitely lame. This is the first lame we've ever had in this saga, bro. I'm not gonna lie. The saving grace of this thing was that it's kind of a relative to Siren Head, and it acts like a velociraptor to its tears. I swear Trevor Henderson watches Jurassic World, bro. I swear this guy does. But yeah, anyway, let's get on to it. Next, Cartoon Cat. Now here in the Trevor Henderson verse, there is the big three. The big three being Siren Head, Cartoon Cat, and the Long Horse, which we will get to in a bit. Not in this video. I'm telling you. And Cartoon Cat, I've heard a lot about. I'm telling you that much. 2020 era, 2021. Those are peak times. This thing was just decimating people in those animations, man. Like absolutely eviscerating people. Oh my gosh, bro. So I've heard that it's like an eldritch being, kind of like an eldritch being. But yeah, let's get into the official lore of this. Cartoon Cat is an infamous. Okay, I'm not reading all that. Appearance. Cartoon Cat appears to be a pitch black, tall, slender, and malleable humanoid entity with a feline head, manifesting with a physical aesthetic akin to that of a rubber hose cartoon character. Got it. Albeit far more grotesque and realistic. Word of God, Word of God states that the entity has inconsistent height, with some photos depicting cartoon cat reaching up to the size of a two-story building, exceeding the height of a single-story residence, while others depicted at shorter heights, being only a few feet taller than an average human being. Okay, but in all honesty, bro, like if you see this thing, like if you come across this thing in like in an abandoned place, which you have better things to do, stop going to abandoned places, Miller. Um, you're gonna see. So imagine this. You're just walking, yeah. You're urban exploring. You're seeing all of that, okay. And then you see this thing, like it's almost at the size of like your knee, okay. Very small, very short dude. You start laughing at it, making fun of it. I don't know if you would make fun of this thing if you were ever alone in an abandoned place and you just see like a cartoon character out of nowhere. But just imagine. It's a hypothetical. Start laughing at it. And then the thing just starts growing. It's bigger than you now. Maybe a few feet taller. And then it's just a gigantic building. And it just stomps on you. You're flat at this point. Okay, I'm sorry about that. Yeah, sidetrack. We're gonna have to continue this. Applies to cartoon cat's shape and physical characteristics. A particular photo of it depicts it with a large white patch pasted on its abdomen, not wearing gloves, which are often prominent in pictures with cartoon cat, and wear cartoonish boots. Okay. There are multiple prominent traits for the creature cartoon cat. Some notable examples include the following. Its eyes, both of which fluctuate between being shorter and more rounded to a more ovular shape. They're composed of a white sclera analog, which occasionally appears to become bloodshot, and a black pupil which dilates in a way that is akin to that of a cat. Its crooked and often blood-stained teeth that are affixed within a set of pallid red gums. Ugh. You need dental care, bro. Another notable trait is that it often wears white gloves with three thin textural black lines. Its fingers are slender and sharp, and their count vary based on multiple factors. Cartoon cat's legs often end in a sharp point or simple stubs. So just like this, bro. Legs often end. Okay, but what? But a specific aforementioned photograph depicts the creature wearing boots. Trevor states that the cartoon cat is a shape-shifting blob, and that is that it has significant control over its form. It has the most malleable appearance out of all the Trevor Henderson monsters, as almost all aspects of the creature vary by specific counter. A photograph of the vile abomination revealing more of what is hidden has showcased it transporting itself while ducking, seemingly moving on its knees due to its unfathomable large size in this picture, without gloves and unnaturally sharp and jared fingers. This time, not only is it greater in size than the other appearances, but it also seems more corpulent. What does that mean? It has a grotesque facial expression, shifting in pupils to face opposite directions, possessing an oddly human nose followed by an agape wide open mouth that can be perceived as cartoon cat's mask folding backwards to reveal a horrifying fleshy growth serving as an extension for its gums, which are split open by a crooked smile with many small teeth poking out. Ugh, okay. Behavior. Cartoon cat is a malevolent cosmic parasite, one that is hollow and hungry for violence and atrocity. Atrocity. Brother, this thing is just a war criminal at this point. Like, brother, you are committing every crime in the book at this point, man. Every time. Okay, call me a bad person, bro. I just laugh at the word atrocity. Not that I support like what's happening, but the word atrocity just seems like really funny to me. I'm not gonna lie, bro. It's not that the action of it of itself is funny. It's just that the word is funny. if that makes sense. It has been stated numerous times to be the fetid, rotten, and ancient. Cartoon Cat disguises as a rubber hose style cartoon mascot. This has likely to do with its nature as a parasite. Most who encounter the creature meet with an unfortunate fate, most of which are mainly within an undisclosed abandoned mall. Brother, you have more things to do than exploring an abandoned mall, bro. Like, do your homework. Do some combat sports. Go box. Go do some wrestling. Do that. Don't be exploring an abandoned mall in the middle of the night, man. It's been shown to be capable of travel to other locations. This is because Cartoon Cat was proven to be so dangerous due to its unchecked limitations. What does that mean? Citation he did that even other monsters avoid going near its lair. Oof. Cartoon Cat was implied to be the most powerful creature in the whole mythos, apparently so mighty that even in a hypothetical collective fight between all the mythos monsters, Cartoon Cat would be the victor. This is, however, hypothetical and purely speculative. Okay, man, but like, let's be honest here. I kind of like how it's like the apex predator of the verse. Like, it's basically the Gojo of the verse. Like, it's the strongest. But okay, get this. Why hasn't every single human just like died in this verse, bro? Like, there's so much going on. So much going on. We have Siren Head, we have Bridge Worms, brother. We also have the freaking what's it called again? Mr. Mascot. And then we have this thing. Brother, how are you surviving this? Like, how are you still alive, bro? My best guess to like how the humans have not, like, how Cartoon Cat just hasn't like decimated every single human being on this planet, on their planet. Probably because, okay, I'm probably gonna get ahead of myself with this. It loves violence to a point where it just wants to enjoy it. You see where I'm getting at here? It wants to savor violence. It wants to savor death. It wants to savor chaos. So it will just like pick us off one by one, very, very slowly, by the way. And yeah, that's the thing. Like, he doesn't want to like just kill us off in one fell swoop. Like, he just wants to take us all one by one, very, very slowly, just so he can savor the pain. He can savor the negative emotions. You see where I'm getting at? Okay, I'm getting a bit too deep into it. This is not a philosophy channel, by the way. Cat is well known for its malevolence, even exceeding the man with the upside down face. We are getting there. I promise we're getting there. Despite his love for misery and negativity, Cartoon Cat was implied to commit atrocities. I'm sorry. More heinous than what the man has done. As well as this, it is the highest rank at the pain malevolence scale used by Trevor to rank the creatures by malevolence, along with the man. The man. Okay, I'm not saying that ever again. While Cartoon Cat isn't a tulpa, what's a tulpa? Like Siren Head, Trevor has stated that as long as people hold the belief of its existence in a certain capacity, Cartoon Cat is able to manifest through some sort of dimensional gateway from its dimension to ours. Ooh, so it's basically like a cognito hazard where the more you know about it, the more it can like manifest into our world. I kind of like that. It's stated to have been filtered through old media, implying that Cartoon Cat manifests in devices such as television or any medium used to display audio, visual diffusion, possibly within a sort of cartoon animation, hence its name and characteristics. Albeit the entity's exact behavior remains unspoken, presumably murdering viewers of the show later on. Damn, you you, you killed your viewers, bro. You're bad. Okay, you're a bad actor. I'll tell you. Abilities. Most of the entity's high impact abilities aren't directly stated, but implied. Cartoon Cat has a wide range of supernatural abilities, as it is malleable. Okay, I'm sorry about that. I swear I'm not dyslexic. Following the rubber hose old cartoon style, where cartoon mascots were able to change shape according to action and had significant resistance to physical harm. Okay, bro, so basically it's basically a demon with Toon Force, bro. That's literally what it is. It's a demon with Toon Force. Like, brother, oh my gosh, bro. So, what could have. Another ability of Cartoon Cat is that it is implied to be able to redact information. What? About itself, as demonstrated in the fact sheet of the creature, where one could only make out several words due to the huge redaction bars coding the text. Another interesting ability, as described in the last paragraph of the behavior section. Okay, I'm sorry. It's red. It's red. I had to do it. Of this creature's page, it is that it may be able to immerse itself in and out of audiovisual devices, as well as manipulate sounds and music. Cartoon Cat could also regenerate even in extreme situations like a nuke or even existence erasure itself. We're cooked. We are so cooked, brother. If this thing is real and we just like throw our nukes at it, brother, we are so cooked, bro. We are so cooked. Oh my gosh, bro. And existence erasure? Are you kidding me? So let me get this straight. Let me get this straight. Let me get this straight, my brother. Come on, get over here. Get over here. So you're telling me that if whatever high above decides to do existence erasure does, he tanks it. Are we serious, my brother? Are we joking right now? Is this a prank? Brother, the power scaling community is going to go insane on this thing, bro. Cartoon Cat could also grow as big as he wants. Please note that he starts as human size. He can also generate old-timey music when you are in his presence. Oh, bro, I remember those old animations. I think the music kind of goes like the song kind of goes like a. I'm sorry, that was a bad impersonation of it. I'm sorry. Interestingly enough, as Cartoon Cat is likely the strongest entity in the whole verse, it could be a metaphysical entity and an immortal one, perhaps, or having enigmatic abilities that are able to prove it as the victor, even in a hypothetical collective battle with all Henderson's creatures in it. This even includes metaphysical deities like the Lamb, immortal entities like Fencer and Cold Clay, including one described as unfathomable, like Siren Head, and even timeless and powerful ones like Longhorse and the Upside Down Man. Brother, there are so many entities being mentioned here. This is further backed up by the fact that Cartoon Cat may be an extra dimensional entity. It is also entirely possible that, when asked, Trevor simply did not consider all possibilities to their full extent. Wow, okay. Trivia. There are smear frames whenever Cartoon Cat moves. Huh? When asked if Cartoon Cat was a patron saint, Trevor replied, "Too evil." That's kind of funny. But brother, what is a patron saint in this verse, bro? Last time with I think it was Big Charlie. It mentioned that Big Charlie was like a patron saint, but what is a patron saint in this verse, bro? Honestly. Interestingly enough, Cartoon Cat and Good Boy, pardon me, were the only patron saint style monsters in the series but didn't have the halo symbol behind them. Oh, so that's what. Oh, okay. So it's drawn in the style of a patron saint. Okay, okay. You'd be dead before you find out, but Cartoon Cat tastes like static. I'm sorry, brother. Who is taking a bite of this thing? I'm sorry, bro. Trevor stated that Cartoon Cat is evil because of unchecked imitations. What does that mean? Trevor has expressed that Cartoon Cat's patron saint artwork is the closest he has to depicting the entity the way he wants. Additionally, he thinks it's interesting to have all the right shapes of a cartoon brought to life, but on a textural level, just be completely grossed and okay. Well, okay, we're done with that. I'm not reading any more of those trivia because there was a lot, brother. There was a lot. Some final thoughts on it. You already know where this is going, bro. You already know where this is. You already know. Okay, this is. You know the story. You know this is where this is going. But I just want to talk about it for a little bit. Where do I start? I like the fact that it's basically just like an eldritch being that decided to like, hey yo, you know what? Let's become a cartoon character. Why do you want to be a cartoon character? I want to trick them kids. I swear, bro, if this thing wants to eat kids, I'm done. Kids just be catching strays with these monsters, bro. I swear. So yeah, I kind of also like how it's just like a demon with two and force. Like, okay, I'm never doing that ever again. I'm sorry. um, so yeah, what you already know where this is going. This is awesome. Is it better than Siren Head? Mm, nah, it's not better. Siren Head's better in my opinion. But yeah, it's an awesome. You guys already knew about that from the beginning. Oh my gosh, man. But yeah, let's move on. Next, Miss Humble. Brother, what is that? Oh my gosh, bro. What is, bro? Do you see that? Brother, do you see that? What is that? Like, brother, if I see this thing in the middle of the night or in an abandoned building, which you probably won't catch me in, okay, I have better things to do. If I see this thing, bro, I'm sprinting out of here, bro. I am running. I am breaking Usain Bolt's record, bro. I'm not even joking. This thing looks horrible, but yeah, let's get some information out of this one. Appearance: Miss Humble depicts a strange, decrepit creature dwelling inside a basement with a white, old-looking body, oddly resembling that of an insect, as she possesses six seemingly flexible artificial limbs whose segments are attached together with round joints. Each one of the limbs terminate in prosthetic hands with 5 fingers each, which are strangely slim and long. The segment of said fingers seem to be slightly separated from each other, revealing small bits of the creature's endoskeleton. If one looks closely, the same can be said with the limbs too. The front legs of Miss Humble protrude from her torso, which is accompanied by a mildly curved bosom. What's a bosom, bro? Which connects upward to a slightly long and erect neck that protrudes from the most noteworthy part of the creature's body, her head, which is literally an old sign from a dentistry. From a dentistry? But okay. Let me just say this right now, bro. Any monster that is just associated with like dentists, it's horrible. It's it's scary. I'll tell you that, bro. Like I don't want to go through this one. It's not that I'm scared of like a little character profile. It's just like, brother, this thing is horrifying, man. It already from a dentistry of all things. Okay, that explains the teeth though. From a dentistry college that shows a wrinkly layer of human skin with a red-lipped, quasi-human-shaped mouth containing a small white teeth, and a visible pink tongue from inside. The sign is surrounded by several presumable mannequin parts not so far looking from human teeth, while four of her limbs protrude from her chest slash abdomen and are seen in the front view. The two other ones protrude from her bottom, which is the furthest end of her body. Okay, so it's kind of like a mannequin kind of creature, bro. Bro, is this a mascot? Is this like Mr. Mascot, bro? But bro, I do not want to go back that road, bro. If this thing is somehow like related to Mr. Mascot, we're done. We're done with that, bro. But we have to keep going. I'm not gonna lie. Behavior. The behavior, motives, and morality of Miss Humble are ambiguous and mysterious, but as evidenced by the caption of the original post, she is described as a cool lady. I need an elaboration. This might imply that she isn't a malevolent creature and may be simply minding her own business. The caption denotes specifically that Miss Humble lives in your basement. She lives in my basement. Okay, I'm sorry about that. Brother, I've always had this fear of basements. I have never had a house where it's not that I owned a house. I've never lived in a house where there was a basement. Okay, I lived in the Philippines most of my life, and now I'm in England. Brother, there are no basements here in England. I'll tell you that much. But if you own a house with a basement here in England, good luck, brother. Good luck. You're gonna see a squatter there in like 2 weeks. I'm not gonna lie. This may indicate two possibilities. Either Miss Humble lives in the basement of a certain house and considers it its place of residence, or occasionally migrates to different basements, but in each one adapts to it like it's her home. Moving on to moving on into, okay, I swear I'm not dyslexic, bro. The origins of the creature. They are also not well clarified, but her anatomy sheet, check the gallery, thanks for that, bro, implies that she is a sort of composite mannequin. The first fact we have is that she may have been around for a fairly long time, as the sheet denotes that everything in her body is worn and decrepit. This may be due to age or neglect, but it also may be just because of Miss Humble's apparent tendency to reside within basements. Of course you're gonna look like that if you dwell in basements, bro. What? The second fact is that her body is made out of mannequin parts. It is unknown if she was made of using these parts, or if she somehow came to life at an early stage of her development, or maybe even at a point where she was neglected and managed to gather them to compose herself. The third fact is that her limbs are artificial, so it is presumed that they were sculpted put together by somebody artificially. So it's just like a Pinocchio kind of character. So maybe probably somebody like made this thing with the intent to make it like a mascot, because the dentistry sign, you know, the little creepy sign with teeth on it, a big ass mouth, and a tongue. Like nobody's got. Okay, sorry about that. Abilities. Other than her composite physiology, her limbs and physical composure seem to be very agile and capable of transporting smoothly despite her rather weighty body. And as evidence, even the siblings of her limbs seem to be highly flexible, especially taking the length of said limbs into consideration. Trivia. Another creature drawn by Trevor Henderson has also been captioned with the description, "Cool basement lady." The smile on her sign face changes. Trevor described it as being from a different ad each time. Ooh, oh, I kind of like that. Okay, so final thoughts on it. Dog, brother, I'm running away. No matter how many times you call this thing a cool lady, I'm not going to be shaking this thing's hand. I'll tell you that much. But I am going to be more comfortable with this one than with the cartoon cat. I'll tell you that much. But brother, okay, okay. I need to hear this. I need to say this right now, bro. Whenever a monster is just described as a she, brother, you thirsty odd dudes will be like, you guys have to hear me out on this. No, I'm not hearing you out. I'm just not, brother. No, brother, no. This thing would decimate you. Like, this thing looks like it could break a little bit of bones, bro. It could break a little bit of bones. Brother, you can't be that thirsty, bro. Like, honestly. And the amount of R34 stuff that you guys are going to be accumulating of this thing is just absurd, bro. You guys have terabytes of it. But, okay, no. You are not taking that out of context. What can I say more about this? I kind of like that it's like a Pinocchio kind of character, like it was artificially made and just like came back to life. I also kind of like that it's like it has a sign where her face just changes, and that's kind of cool based on ads. The only thing I have a problem with this thing is what's up with the dentist sign and it living in basements. There's no correlation like whatsoever. That's my only problem with it. You could have made it like it lives in abandoned dentistries. Oh, okay. How about this? Um, Whenever a kid like decides to skip a dentist appointment, she just runs after that kid at the middle of the night and just like she's gonna take the kid and just put her back, put the kid into the dentistry. And oh my gosh, okay, that's kind of funny more than scary. But if I see this thing running after me, bro, I'm sprinting. I'm sprinting. I'm going Mach 2 at that point, bro. Even though it's physically impossible for me. But yeah, where am I putting this? It's cool, bro. It's cool. Okay, call me biased. It's cool. But brother, you also have to please, Trevor. There's this thing with you. I've seen the connection. There's this thing with you where you say something cool, a cool concept for a creature, but then there's no correlation to like its behavior or origins whatsoever. Like, come on, I need some more. I need a bit more sauce, bro. Like, why was it a dentist sign? Like, of all things, why dentist sign? Could it be like a basement sign? Okay, I'm joking. That was bad. But yeah, you're going in. You're going in cool, man. Next, sleepwalkers. Okay, I quit. Brother, brother. Trevor, is this a skinwalker, man? Is this just like your take on a skinwalker? Like, what is this? This is just pure nightmare fuel, bro. Like, oh man, you're gonna give me heart attacks. You're gonna give me nightmares, man. But yeah, let's get some more out of this one. Description: Sleepwalkers are pale, gaunt, humanoid creatures resembling sleeping elderly men/women. Oh, okay, as suggested by their name. Lying front and center on their visage is a prominent decoy depicted as an old person's face set as if at rest and with their eyes closed. Wisp of hair, seemingly longer in females, can be seen on their scalp, though presented as nude most of the time. Sleepwalkers may wear gowns or blankets. I'm sorry about that. While others appear more starkly than when feeding, attentive observation easily reveals their true features. A pair of beady eyes near the sides of their head, above the folk's eyes, and a wide maw filled with sharp teeth outlining the false face's chin. It is mentioned that their eyes open when feeding. Their jaws are shown to unhinge fearsomely when on a feeding frenzy. It may also be that its fox eye slits are its true nostrils. Sleepwalkers are said to be mostly hollow inside. What? So it doesn't have like skeleton? The first revealed instance of a female sleepwalker shows that the females of the species are even more unsightly than their male counterparts. Said female sleepwalker appears to have a significantly larger stature. Its false face seems to lack levelness relative to its male equivalent due to the sheer size of the female's jaws, which are extended in such a way that the decoy appears to be no more than a growth. Its dentition is far more grotesque as well, with over 50 sharp teeth in arrangement within its maw, three of them projecting from the outstretched extremity of its upper gum, ugh, and another hanging from its chin. As part of their bestial physiology, sleepwalkers notably display several animalistic traits which add to their incompetence in hunting. Their throats inflate akin to a bullfrog when swallowing prey. Brother, brother. Okay. When on all fours, their hind legs are cocked upwards, bringing to mind orthopterans, grasshoppers. Oh, okay. Their eyes are laterally positioned, also invoking orthopterans. Trevor mentions that the sleepwalker is intended to be like a giant cricket crossed with a toad. Okay. Overview. Chiefly mimetic in their hunting tactics, sleepwalkers present a multitude of interesting characteristics entailing on unsettling level of efficiency. They are intelligent predators frequenting care facilities and neglected retirement homes. Oh boy. So voraciously feed upon the patients and or personnel within. Their most salient feature, the face, from which the deceptive resemblance to an elderly man/woman stems, is stated abundantly to be a disguise. While this lore is considered to be to the staple of their adeptness, sleepwalkers will not limit themselves to it. According to their character sheet, they may imitate beeping medical equipment and steal gowns or blankets to blend in with other patients. Ooh, so they're intelligent beings. When feeding, their real features open up as a threat display. They are said to be very fast when running around on all fours, likely using it to their advantage to chase prey and engulf it alive, with the throat swollen to accommodate the body. It's conventionally implied that the sleepwalkers have the ability to eliminate large numbers of people in one sitting. That's not good. This is evidenced by a newspaper clipping included in artwork posted on January 11, 2026, which adds, are still attempting. How many of the residents facility are missing? Okay, I had to do it, bro. Like, what is this? Authorial commentary reveals that the sleepwalker species appears to have a matriarchal structure, in addition to the female sleepwalker being larger and more aberrant physically. It's said that a single female may host multiple males in service to her. They have been known to fully clear out neglected retirement homes across the southwestern United States and maintain them as nests for years. Dang. This lends support to the idea that sleepwalkers operate opportunistically and at terrifying speeds. In the same post, Trevor cryptically notes that no one visits. This could either be taken to reference the residents of the retirement homes or the aftermath devoid of them. Interestingly enough, sleepwalkers seem to be capable of affecting individual and collective memory. Being in their vicinity promotes short-term memory loss to better help them hunt. Trevor noted regarding the sleepwalker, I think when it eats you, everyone forgets you exist. Bro, this is the most grotesque one. Let's be honest here. Okay. What am I gonna say about this, brother? I'm gonna put my hand on your shoulder when I tell you this. Do not neglect your parents or grandparents. Okay, that's all I'm saying. Like, that's all I'm saying. Just don't neglect them. I think this is what the message is supposed to be. Like, just don't neglect your parents in retirement homes. Like, what are you doing putting them in a retirement home? Like, let's be real here, dog. Like, your parents deserve better. Come on now. But let's be honest here. Brother, the last part where it said, like, when it eats you, you just disappear. Nobody even remembers that you exist. I'm like, brother, get over here. Let me tell you this. That is one of the most horrifying things I can ever, like, read, bro. That is one of the most horrifying concepts I could ever have read. And let me tell you this. Brother, if you get eaten and you just disappear from everybody's memory, that is objectively horrifying, bro. You know, I have this fear. I have this little fear of mine. I don't know if it's an irrational fear, but I'm afraid of, like, being forgotten. Like, honestly, I'm afraid of being forgotten, bro. Like, it's not that, like, fame wise or anything. I don't. Fame's not that. Fame's not that good. But it's just the fact that, like, being erased from a person's memory, especially from people that you love, is like, just like, I don't know how to explain the fear. It's just, like, terrifying. But yeah, I think there was more to it. Let me see. Trivia. Initially assumed to be the only one of its kind, the public concept of sleepwalkers has supposedly expanded a while after its introduction. In a Blue Sky post on the 29th of December 2024, Trevor expressed wanting to draw a female version of the sleepwalker mimic species, envisioning that I swear I'm not dyslexic, envisioning it to be much bigger, much stranger. On the same day, said female sleepwalker was introduced with some additional information. It is common speculation that in some ways sleepwalkers are meant to symbolize real-life treatment of the... I knew that was the symbolism. are meant to symbolize real-life treatment of the elderly in retirement homes and nursing facilities, as well as the horrors of senility in general, e.g., sleepwalkers enabling memory loss, possibly alluding to dementia. Ooh, okay, I didn't think about that. That's kind of cool. This currently remains conjectural. Anything else? Okay. Okay, this one's objectively like terrifying. Like you could make a movie with this, bro. Like honestly, come on. You could this is a good concept. Like you can make a movie out of it. Better to any of the inspiring movie directors in the audience, which I barely have, by the way. Um, if you guys like want to make a movie about this. This is good. Like this is objectively good. There's a little bit of horror element. There's a lot of horror elements to it. There's a lot of symbolism. It's a good concept, and the message of it is just like it's peak, bro. It's peak. But yeah, brother, where am I gonna put this? I can't put it in awesome, man. It's am I gonna put it at awesome? There's too much people. There's too much in awesome. It's cool. It's cool. It's at the top of cool. Okay, forgive me for putting it at cool, bro. It's I just can't put a lot too much bangers in top of awesome, bro. Forgive me for that. And that is volume 3 of the Trevor Henderson monster tier list. I'm sorry about that stutter, bro. Yeah, we're gonna be making more of these videos. I'm gonna be milking this series, bro. I'm telling you. Not because it's just like I like talking about these monsters, bro. Like they're honestly, I have no one to rant this to. That's kind of sad, actually. It's kind of weird. I I usually just do these kind of videos to just like rant about these things, mostly because I have no one to rant to about this. This was a good one. I love this part. The only bad one we had was like the bell ringer. That guy sucked. Yeah, but we're done with this one. Hope you guys have a good day. And also, it's almost the end of Lent, and it's also nearing Easter. I am almost Easter, man. It's almost the break. I'm gonna be doing a lot more videos during break. I guess that's all I have to say. And somebody from my family contact me actually watching my videos about who this guy is. This guy's Bob. I use him as like a alternative to a punching bag, mostly because I don't have a punching bag. I'm a broke guy. But yeah, what's up, Bob? Yeah, yeah, Bob. Okay, I'll see you guys later. Have a good day and God bless. Adios.